Hi, my name is Dr. Nick Troop and I'm a psychologist at the University of Hertfordshire. Now, everything we do, everything we say, everything we write, we leave a little something of ourselves. It indicates the kind of relationship we have with the world and the kind of impact that the world has on us and how we understand that relationship. And we can analyse this text, we can analyse this piece of speech to identify the kinds of processes that might predict, for example, how we adapt to bereavement, how we adapt to going to university and whether it relates to getting better grades, how quickly we get a job after redundancy, whether we can identify those poets that go on to commit suicide versus those who don't. So lots of very serious research, lots of very serious health implications for a lot of this kind of research. But what I'm going to talk about here is what else we can use that for, and in particular in relation to David Bowie albums. Now, I'm a huge David Bowie fan, have been for many years, but it's fair to say that not all of his albums have been equally successful. He's had a long career, 26 studio albums, some very successful, like Ziggy Stardust, for example, spent 3 years in the charts in the UK, a year and a half in the charts in the US. Very successful albums like Let's Dance. But more recently, his albums haven't spent as long in the charts. We can use this kind of text analysis program to identify, are there kinds of psychological processes within the albums that Bowie has written that can predict how long his albums spend in the charts? Not so much what he's writing about, but how he writes. The kinds of psychological processes, the social processes included in his lyrics. Turns out that we can. It turns out that there are some psychological processes embedded within Bowie lyrics that do correlate with how long his albums have spent in the charts. The results are slightly different for the US versus the UK, but they're broadly similar. Essentially, more commercially successful albums, albums that have spent longer in the charts, have more words relating to social processes, words like talk, share, plural pronouns like we rather than I, as well as more positive emotion words, joy, other words that indicate a positive emotion is associated with it, words like elegant, for example. But at the same time, albums are more successful if they have fewer words relating to things like motion, words like travel, senses, in particular touching, words like hug, and words relating to death, suicide, coffin, those kinds of words. Now, a lot of Bowie fans are going to be jumping up right now and saying, but what about Rock and Roll Suicide? A song on one of his most successful albums. It spent 3 years in the charts in the UK, Ziggy Stardust. There are some exceptions. It's on average, albums that have more of these words tend to be less successful commercially. Obviously, there are differences across songs, across albums. But on average, these are the kinds of processes within Bowie lyrics that seem to correlate with more commercial success. Why might that be? I mean, it might be, for example, that it's something that we as the record-buying public pick up on, that we like songs that have social processes, that have positive emotion words, and we don't like words that relate to death and touching and motion. Why that might be, there may be various reasons. But it might also simply be that it reflects the kind of psychological state that Bowie was in when he wrote the albums, when he promoted the albums. It might indicate that he was in a positive frame of mind, that he was motivated, he was keen to get out and promote his albums, which he hasn't always done. But what can we do with this knowledge, with the fact that certain psychological processes correlate with success? Well, the ideal test of this would be Bowie goes away and writes a song using more of these social processes, more positive emotion words, and avoids words relating to motion, touching, and death. Bowie's not around to do that. I don't know him well enough to ask, so I have done it. I've taken the words from this text analysis program that relate to social processes, positive emotion words, and I've run it through, Bowie fans will be familiar with this, I've run it through a cut-up technique. There are websites where you can randomize and cut up text. From that, generated lots of lists, lots of pairs of words, lots of triples of words, and picked out some phrases, some key things that seem to be quite interesting. So here it is, here's my effort. Now it should be heard, it's a lyric, it's not a poem, it should be heard rather than read. So here is my ideal Bowie song. But he loves good loving, calm and proud while he swims. Warmth and conversation, heaven's energy, elegant charm. Truth wins and adult love
perfectly amazing.